So back in the 1990s, there was this game by Sega called Virtual On, and I used to play it a bunch of times. It's about driving a bunch of mech robots. Here's actual gameplay of the two characters we're going to talk about today. So yeah, very pixelated, not as CGI as today's movies, but still pretty neat, I think. And so let's take a look at these two characters here. There's something called Temjin, and then there's something called Raiden. I think I always played Raiden, or yeah, I don't remember all of them. This is a long time ago. So Bandai, they're known for making Gundam robots, but they have this line of Converge, and they do have Gundams and Converge. But when I found these, it just brought back nostalgia. So it says here in the box 2018 on both of them. So yeah, this is from Virtual On Cyber Troopers. They're used, they've been opened and stuff like that. So nice little details there. They're like deformed. I don't think they're deformed a great amount, but they're definitely not as slender as those images there. Okay, some paperwork in there. Let's take a look. This is the first Converge I've seen where actual instructions. I don't even know why this is necessary. If someone can't figure out 4 parts on a peg, those people probably shouldn't even be buying stuff like this. But I guess they're meant for really young kids. But it seems like a waste of paper. All right, so what's going on here? Oh, it's just the other character. That's a total waste of paper. I don't understand why this piece would be in here. All right, whatever. Let's move on. So we got 2 bags of goodies here. Come on. Alright, so it's nice that it has a plastic stand with a peg. It has a hole in the foot there. What's in here? Oh, it's a cool, like, sword thing. This is PVC, so if it doesn't bend back, you can put in hot water, bend it back, and then when it cools down, it'll stay in that position. You can also do it with a hairdryer, but you might burn the paint. Alright, let's take a look at this guy. So it's a little bit deformed, you know, it's not as tall and slender, but it's still a pretty slender figure. And it doesn't look as clownish as I would, you know, I've guessed it was gonna be. But I'm okay with it. Alright, so the head is what gets my attention the most. You got this thick blue. So these lenses or whatnot are really nice, you know, there's some depth behind there. I think it would have been cool though if they put some detail behind there, you know, some ridges or optics or something like that. Up here we have some black and what looks like a metallic, just trying to match that blue. And then a white, a dark gray, some yellow in the back of the head, and what are these recessed? Yeah, that's molded too, these little slots. So look at all these paint apps. There's a lot of detail going on here. There's a Dreamcast here, a Sega Dreamcast. You guys remember that? I never had one myself. I had the original Sega that was like black and like rectangular. Okay, those pegs hold those little shield things or whatever they are. And then we have more of that metallic bluish green, more yellow, white, blue, orange. So a whole lot of details going on. Yeah, I feel like maybe that orange is supposed to be in these slots here too. Okay. And then the bottom of the feet, yeah, some minor details there. So coming to the front, now we have, yeah, this metallic green and a bunch of spots. This fist is totally closed off, and this one's open for the weapon. It's almost like there's a face in there. This very much looks like a Gundam, actually. I wonder, well, it's Sega though. Okay, so I think the paint is just stuck, but this is a peg and a hole. Yep, there we go, it worked loose. No elbow movement or anything, but the hand might possibly move. I don't know. There it is. Okay, so the hand is a peg as well. Nice friction fit there. Okay. So those pieces, well, what's going on with this Sega thing? Oh, I see. So this is an open. There's a disc and the Dreamcast in an open position. So this thing obviously must come out. Yeah, there's a peg there. I don't know. I don't think it looks good. If they printed Virtual On, like the actual graphic that was on the disc, that would have been cool. But I'd rather just look at the Dreamcast printing. So that's nice. Alright, so there's alternate whatever these pieces are, I think. I don't know what it is though. It's like it's got that green in there. Yeah. Alright, so a peg hole for this peg. Maybe the thrusters. They could be like boosters or something like that. Okay, so yeah, there he is boosting away. Or maybe boosts upwards, flies up. So those look pretty nice. I think I like the open ones, but hold on, let me get a different angle. I'll show you the things without the openness. Now I'm wondering this, yeah, this must, I think that you want to have the shorter side like this. That way you'll have more clearance to pivot this upwards or downwards. But this peg thing is PVC, so you might have to back it with your finger to get that on. All right, wiggled it on there. Here's the other one. Here we go. Yeah, so you can get a little more articulation with the hole in that manner. You might not even fit it at all if you flip them the other way. But this is kind of boring, I think, these two. So there, take a good look because I'm taking those off. And then the head, while we're at it, yeah, there's a peg hole there. Alright. It's definitely very Gundam-like. But this is, it reminds me of like a, boy, which Gundam? The 00 Gundam, I forget which one, what it's called. It'll come back to me one day. Alright, so this weapon here does go into the hand, but the stock, well, I guess it fits okay there. Put them on the stand here. Alright, not bad, not bad. Let's put this guy aside for now. Alright, this big box must be a big figure here. So this says Raiden Virtuaroid. That's what they are, I guess. Yeah, different pictures. And again, it's been opened. Three bags. And instructions and gum from 2018. No, not gonna eat 4-year-old gum. Alright, let's see about these instructions here. Well, this has more parts. I guess I can understand this one being there. Alternate pieces and something there. This can alternate. And then it says, what's going on here? These 4 things going into that. I'll have to figure that out. Bags within bags. I'm not sure why these need to be in this little bag separate from the other one. It's really strange. Why wouldn't they just put these two in that other big bag? And then again, this, why wouldn't these just be in the other bag? Just more segments. And then what is this thing? These are those little spiky things in the instructions. Maybe this robot shoots out metal spikes. That's what I'm gonna guess. I don't remember. Oh, we got a hard plastic blister thing. And yeah, a whole bunch of spikes. Okay, stand. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Same type of metallic green, or yeah, it looks like it might be the same color. I don't know, maybe it's actually metallic blue. It's like an aqua. But there's the peg hole, some nice details on the bottom of the feet, maybe some thruster details there. The legs don't move at all, I don't think. That's just all, you can see it's just part of the one casting. It's actually amazing that they can cast this as one piece. Or maybe it's glued together or something. It's just so much detail on both sides. I don't know how they could mold that. So the shoulder, yeah. Alright, so, and the hand, yeah, that's a separate piece as well. Peg. Nice friction fit. It even tells you left. Nice little recesses all around. Black, dark gray, red, white. Yeah, nice molded details. This side again has the slot here for the weapon. Yeah, just gotta break that paint loose so it spins. No, maybe not. Okay, that side's pretty open. Is that Dreamcast closed? There is an open Dreamcast, but I'm not even gonna bother. I guess you could put the red one into that guy and the blue one into this guy, but I'm not gonna do that. Does the torso rotate? No, I don't think so. Alright. Oh, there's the head. So again, it looks like it's clear plastic here. Yeah, you can see the depth, the light bouncing around in there, so that's nice. But here it's just a flat surface with that metallic paint on it. And then the different colors, molded in details and stuff, so it looks good. So here's his weapon. And it's very blocky. It's kind of like a bazooka. Really big barrel. The optics have that metallic aqua, which looks really nice. So these things here, I guess these are optional arms and shields. So it looks like there's a slot with a T or something here, right? So that goes in there. And then those spiky things, I guess, go through. So let's attach these spiky things. Quite small. I don't think that's an equal triangle, though. Let's see, I don't know if I put that spiky thing in the proper orientation. Where's the middle of this triangle? So there's, let's see, that's the middle. I think it's supposed to go more like that. You would think they would just mold this thing with 3 equal sides, but it looks like only 2 sides are equal. Yeah, so you gotta pay attention to how these triangles go in. It's a little tight, so there's a little extra molding flash in the shield. Alright, I guess you could add some school glue if you think those might fall out, like that one does. I think I'm okay for now, though. Alright, so then the 2 big spikes here, they go into these slots up front. Alright, let me do the other one. I'm not going to make you watch. Alright, put the other one together. So we can see the nice spiky bits. They go into this slot here. And then this is replacing the shoulder. So I gotta take this shoulder out. And it turns out this forearm is actually a separate piece, and it's got an L shape on it. So this shoulder goes away, and I'm putting this forearm onto this new shoulder. And that's got the fist already on there. I don't remember this character doing this. And for some reason the head just doesn't want to really get in there. Oh, there it goes. But it doesn't, if you push it in far, I don't think it can turn. It collides with the torso. Anyways, you got these big like weapons or something, or maybe energy cannons or something. So yeah, it's very impressive looking now. Very cool. I guess you could leave one open and leave the other shoulder on. Not sure what I want to do, to be honest with you. Got some thrusters back here. This actually reminds me of like the Gundam Sasabi. I wonder if they took that idea from Sega, or vice versa. Alright, so the weapon here can go into this hand. It's colliding with the shoulder thing. So here he is, all maxed out. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Alright, let me get these guys up on the coaster. I think I'll remove at least one, if not both. I prefer the cleaner look. Alright, there we go. I got the left one shoulder thing on. This shoulder is really tight, so I decided to file out the hole a little bit because I thought it was going to tear off the actual peg. So be mindful of that. Some of these holes, if they're super tight, file them out or you're going to tear the PVC peg off. And also, one of these silver bits was a little loose, so I used some school glue to just, keep it in place. Okay, so that's what's going on with those two guys. They look pretty good. Well, let's pull up a couple other Converge figures. Here's a Bloodsucker from the Votoms franchise. That thing's awesome. That still might be my favorite Converge figure. Cool little Gundam is this Den Angai, I think it's pronounced. And he's got clear plastic eyes as well. So all these things actually have clear plastic eyes. That's what sets them apart from other Converge figures. Like this one here, this Rick Dum just has a painted pink eye. So it's just not as good as, a translucent eye. Alright, I do have this funky Zegok though. I really like this one. It just has a metallic pink eye, but it's hidden behind a silver canopy. I apologize for the wiggling. The coaster isn't smooth. So, seems to have settled down. Alright, here's a top view. They're all generally the same height. They're all generally the same size, it seems. And it's just that, these three are in stands, so they look taller. Okay. Well, let's move these guys out and just let these two spin on their own. So, totally unexpected toys for me to discover. Brings back memories of playing real arcade video games, things you actually sat in or stood up in front of, instead of just sitting on your couch at home, or nowadays I just play stuff on my phone or my tablet, right? So the world's a changing all the time. But I'm glad to see that, Bandai made these. It's interesting. I don't think they made any others. Please leave a comment and let me know if they made others. I would consider buying them. I just don't know they exist. I didn't know about these existing. So, and other than Votoms and actual Gundams, did Bandai make any other Converge franchises? I'd be interested in seeing those too. So, okay. Well, I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next Converge video. Bye.